At the dot, Toronto, not a clear win, so the Frost take control. Toronto has led face-offs throughout the series so far. In quick, Himlerova to Liz Sheppers, she scores!
She opens the scoring right away. Now you watch for this to be a huge goal. We said that Kristen Campbell struggled last game.
Has scored a playoff goal. And there it is! Playoff goal for Brooke McQuigg.
This is a reverse play. Zumwinkle comes around the backside of the circle, and there's Brooke McQuigg, gets her stick open. She's in coverage. Toronto is right there with her. But she finds a way to get a stick on that puck.
Off the wall just to get her team the change. Katie Knoll. Her pass nearly intercepted. Got a 2-on-2 here. Heise feeds it to Steckline. She scores!
Steckline jumps into the rush at exactly the right spot. So they're looking 2-on-2, 2-on-2. She's in coverage as well, but that coverage has to be tight. So there's no recognition there that she's coming in. Toronto's got players coming back, but you gotta come back with a purpose. So Steckline, despite the fact that she's in coverage, she's wide open. Gets a stick on that puck. She beats Campbell. Minnesota's up 3-0.
Down 3 early. First time Minnesota has opened scoring in the playoffs, but they did open in all 6. And Turnbull comes in, nearly puts it 5-0. And now we're getting into the rough stuff. Allie Monroe earlier today. Through the center, Grace Zumwinkle on a breakaway comes in and denied by Campbell. To the outside, so she sends it along the boards. Now Turnbull, the captain, looking to make something happen for Toronto. To Monroe. Monroe shoots. It's blocked in front. A chance. Daryl Watts
brings them back into this game. Shot from the point. Scramble in front. Puck gets over to Daryl Watts as she puts it away. But this really starts with Haley Skamora. A shift earlier. She's the one that did a ton of damage on the forecheck. She keeps the puck in the zone, she gets on the defender, she makes their life miserable, and now they're piggybacking shifts.
Tries to find
any chance our game ends before that game, Daniela.
At this point, who knows? Quick work, Coyne Schofield! It's kept out by Campbell with a loose puck. Back out, another chance! Catches the body, another for Cava, but it's saved once more!
Kristen Campbell, you're just gaining confidence, one save after another to try to rebuild yourself, and she's got to make a few here. These pucks continue to get through. She makes a couple of big ones, pad saves. Now it's a scramble. She's down, her team
to Fast. Some fresh players for the Frost. Fast floats it to Watts. Now Jesse Comfer across Miller. Miller shoots off the pad and Rooney covers. All season for the Frost. And not a Fast. Over to Carter. Carter shoots. She scores! Toronto makes it a 1-goal game, and it will be Maggie Connors.
The time gets a nice fortuitous tip on that. Now that hits a defender, and Maggie Connors with the shot hits the defender. And that one goes in.
And Miller doing the work to retrieve the puck. Puts it to the near corner for Miller in close.
Rooney with the nice save. Natalie Spooner down low doing some good work as her line mates Hannah Miller now on the move.
Puts it to the far corner. As the channel Watkins comes in, gets hit.
Oppositional force, so she's skating into her opponent. Now you might have an argument that she's got to play on the puck. She plays the puck with her stick first as she makes contact.
I guess that game continues, still tied at 2. Panic wins it for the Frost. Jakes as they put it down. Cava, they score!
Renata Fast is right there, but just can't quite take the stick quickly enough. Brooke McQuigg finds the back of the net for her second. She's a player that has been very good in that spot. And quite often we see Britta Curl on the other unit. She's there, she's been good there as well, but McQuigg, she's been deadly. She gets into that area. 2 games though.
They absolutely have. What a hit on Emma Woods. That will
player, but you know, you got to watch that line. She gets her toe caps turned, which is critical, but she's got no play on the puck.
Channel Watkins, Jakes in through the middle. Jakes, what a stick by Harmon as two of them go down, both playing the puck. Carter with an incredible block there. Keeps everyone to the outside. Channel Watkins looking for some space. The one-timer from Jakes, it pops up, and they put it away!
Glove trickles up and over. We saw one just like that in game 2. And those are killer for a team. You're playing all right, you're still in this game. And those soft goals.
The power play goal by Brooke McQuigg. As Cava was coming in for goal number 6, why not just pour it on? This was a 1-goal game at one point after the Frost were down 3-0. Watts comes in as they bury it. Toronto responds.
Toronto Sceptres all around the crease. So you know if that puck pops out, Minnesota, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble, and they are just that as Callie Flanagan activates and goes to the net. So you got a couple of players that puck back.
Into the near corner as Renata Fass takes down Coyne Schofield.
Minnesota chips this puck in, and Coyne Schofield's trying to beat it out. Renata Fass comes in hot on her tail.
Monroe to the far side now. Watts has it. To Scamora. It's blocked. Nearly batted in by Turnbull. Watts across. Trying once more. Those are some Nurse. She gets pressed up against the boards by McQuigg. Gives some space here for Emma Malte. Will turn back. One-timer. Shelby scores!
Entered the zone. She really didn't have a lot in the way of support. Nice delay, tight turn. She waits for someone coming in. Anna Shelbeen comes in and fires this puck on goal. And we said it doesn't seem to take a lot of shots right now to find the back of the net.
Just to get ahead of Coyne Schofield. Doesn't in front. Heise trying to put it away on the doorstep. Back in the driver's seat. Cava now takes it from the high slot in through. She scores!
Tell you what, there's been a lot of talk about we need a save, but we need a little defense as well, and things really have opened up. Minnesota flips this puck into the neutral zone. That's how they get their zone entry. They're on a 2-on-1. Nobody is back. Taylor Heise gets a chance in front of the goal earlier in the sequence, and then Michaela Cava just walks through the middle of the zone. She beats 2 players to get herself into the slot. So your goaltenders are having rough nights. You need to play solid defensively. And Toronto just lets Michaela Cava, who you know...
Minnesota 1 for 3, 2 shots. Didn't score the last time they had the player advantage. Can they be held back once again? Thompson to Heise to Steckline. Steckline in front. They score. Michaela Cava, back-to-back, this time on the power play.
Whack at this. Minnesota wins the face-off. Lee Steckline, who sells the fact that she's going to shoot this puck, then waits it out. Looks like she's shooting. Nope, she's hitting cross seam. Michaela Cava, the puck bounces just a touch off her stick. She's able to gain it back. Management in terms of sending in one forechecker and clogging up the neutral zone.
Oh, Coyne puts it up for Michaela Cava, and she's on the breakaway. Cava denied that time. Right now, Daryl Watts coming in. Good stick by Jakes to force it back. Harmon trying to play it down below the goal line. Jesse Comfort back to Harmon this time. Harmon shoots and scores!
Well, we said this game isn't over. Savannah Harmon puts that puck back down to the corner, gets herself open, gets it back, throws it to the goal. Blair Turnbull's done a really nice job all series of going to the net. She gets a really nice touch on this one to change the direction. That's about a waist-high shot. She touches it and it goes 5-hole and into the back of the goal.
Highest scoring game in PWHL history. Welcome home, Minnesota. The Frost, a dominant Game 3 win. 7-5 over Toronto, now just 1 win away from heading to the PWHL Finals for the 2nd straight year.